Hello, my name is Jackie Kirkup. Welcome to Spotlight on Surus. Today is Wednesday, May the 6th, 2026. I have with me here Matt Williams. Hi, Matt.
Hi.
Matt is a pharmacist here in Surus at Pharmasave. Matt recently won the Ozturk Financial Pharmacy Business Leadership Award. So congratulations, Matt.
Thank you very much.
Very exciting. So can you tell us a little bit what the process was to get nominated for this award?
So there was someone in the Pharmasave kind of higher up that reached out to me, I want to say in January, just asked if I was a member of Pharmacists Manitoba, which you have to be nominated, and I am. So he asked if it would be okay if he nominated me. I said, certainly. I think Lori Davison also jumped on board that, and there might have been some other people that contributed some letters. I'm not entirely sure about that, but and they just sent it off, and then I guess here we are.
Here
a little
we
while
are.
later,
Yeah, excellent. Definitely things I know you're very involved in our community. Exceptional service in your profession. When and how did you find out that you actually won this award?
Yeah, I got a phone call from Pharmacist Manitoba. I think it was in March now. Yeah, I think it was in March. Just informing me that I had won the award, and they were gonna, send out some more details, and invited me to come to the awards reception at their conference in April. So they just kind of reached out and let me know, and then I had to get back to them on, if I would be able to attend, which luckily I was able to.
Yes,
so.
yeah. And I think your family went with you to receive your award. So
Very
how
lucky.
special for your wife and two young children to come and see Dad get a very prestigious award.
Yeah, I don't know if they really understood what was going on, but they saw Dad up on stage, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Matt, what are some things? Actually, I'm going to backtrack. When did you graduate from pharmacy?
Graduated from University of Manitoba in 2019 with a bachelor's in pharmacy. After going to school at U of M for 4 years, and then I did 1 year prior at Brandon University.
Okay. So was it 5 years it took you to become a pharmacist?
Yeah, it's 4 years once you're in the program, or
I
at
see.
least it was then. It is still now, actually. I think they've changed it a little bit, and it was 1 year of prerequisites back then, minimum. Now I think it's 2 years. It has changed a little bit. So
when you first, do you have to go out and do practicums throughout the courses?
Yep. Yeah. Back then there was every year we had to go out. Again, now it's changed a little bit. I actually had a pharmacy student working with us in January of this year. She was there for 4 weeks. I think that was her second year of the program, but she won't do any more until the fourth year where she does quite a lot more.
Right.
But yes, I did, throughout my schooling, I did a bunch, and they just kind of gradually got more and more. So
Yeah. I was thinking also about, we were chatting just before we got going here, that the scope of the practice of a pharmacist has changed. I think about myself early on knowing what a pharmacist did, and I just thought you just counted pills behind a counter, and that's all it was. So can you just explain a little bit more what your role is as a pharmacist?
Yep. That's what a lot of people think we do. The pharmacist is there more to verify the accuracy of everything, make sure what we're giving you is what we intend or what is intended to be given to you.
Right.
But then beyond that, also verifying, based on the other medications you take, your medical conditions, other factors that play a role in your health if what you're being given is appropriate.
Right.
And then, also educating you on all of those things, what thoughts go into why we're giving you what you're being given, how to take the medication, side effects, all that kind of stuff. So the role is really more assessing the therapeutics that you're getting and making sure not only it's accurate, but is it appropriate for you at this time in your life.
So since you became a pharmacist in 2019, from 2019 to say today, what has there been more responsibilities added on to your role? Like you aren't just necessarily, it's the pill thing, right? You can prescribe things now. Is
Yep.
that my
Yeah.
understanding?
Yeah. So when I graduated, I was able to prescribe, graduated with the ability to prescribe for various minor ailment conditions. So think things like eczema or allergic rhinitis. So like seasonal
Okay.
allergies, rhinos, that sort of thing. Nausea and vomiting in pregnancy, smoking cessation. There's some
Okay.
products that are prescription only that I could prescribe for to help people quit smoking.
Right.
The authority to give vaccinations and administer injections. That I all graduated with, and then since graduating, there has been a few other things that have kind of our scope has expanded further. So now, as of I think about 2 years ago now, I'm able to prescribe for uncomplicated cystitis, which is
Okay.
like a UTI.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
How do you, well, this is maybe not the best question to ask you on live television, but more things are happening to you, expanding your role. So that is trying to help alleviate, people going to see doctors for maybe these minor ailments.
visiting emergency rooms. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, definitely helping the healthcare system in a sense of not, plugging up things like the emergency rooms. Do you foresee your role expanding even more?
Yeah, I do foresee that, and I hope it does happen. I think the province is trying to move in that direction. Manitoba has been a little bit behind some other provinces in that way. Most other provinces, the pharmacists there have a larger scope of practice currently.
Right.
Hopefully, Manitoba will kind of keep moving that way, and the current government does sound interested in doing that, so
Right.
that's good. And we just kind of hope that they keep allowing us to do more and help out in other ways, and like you said, take that strain off of other areas,
Right.
because we're quite accessible as pharmacists, so
Yes.
we think it helps.
Yeah, for sure. What are your goals for the pharmacy you currently work in and your profession kind of moving forward?
Just kind of what you were touching on, further expanding my scope of practice, being able to provide more different services to help the community and the people in it. Trying to offer as wide a range of services as I can, so that we're there helping to alleviate other things within the community, making the doctors' jobs easier,
Right.
and just being accessible for patients. So
Right.
as that scope expands, I hope to be
Yes.
in there getting things updated on my license as quickly as I can. So
As far as your license goes, do you have to do like continuing education each year to maintain your license? Is that a thing with pharmacy?
Yeah, it's a requirement with the
Okay.
college, which is our regulatory body. I think it's 25 hours each year.
Okay.
Some credited, which just means it's been approved by
Right.
some body, and then unaccredited, which can kind of just be anything as long as
Right.
it's somewhat reasonable.
Yeah.
I try to, as best I can, keep up with that over the year.
Mm-hmm.
With 2 kids, it makes it a little more interesting. The free time has gone down a little bit, but
Yes.
it's that's one way we kind of keep ourselves up to date.
Right,
and,
right. Well,
on
it's
current
just, I'm
stuff.
sure every day it's changing and not two patients are going to be the same or needing the same things, right? So, yeah, it's important, of course, that you are maintaining that current information. What else can you tell us about some of the work that you do at your at the pharmacy? I know your pharmacy is very involved in the community. You're getting out to help support different things. What does Matt do in his spare time? He's got 2 young kids. Would you have some
Yeah.
hobbies or anything?
In my spare time, I love going to movies at the theater here in town. I'm also a volunteer there. So 2 to 3 times a year, I'll go in and
Yep.
kind of help run the canteen and take tickets at the door there. I always quite enjoy doing that. Like to golf in my free time, play
Yes.
hockey in the winters. Just recently, I went and kind of spoke at the Time Out Tuesdays
Okay.
that they do here in town. Just
Yes.
kind of a little support social group,
Yes.
I guess, among
Yep.
some ladies in town. So I hope to be doing more of that moving forward. And just hopefully as I am able to get more time out of the pharmacy with maybe some more hands in there, hopefully
Yes.
do a little bit more in the community.
Yeah.
So
How fortunate, and I feel bad that I didn't bring this up right at the start, to have a hometown service boy return back to our community to practice pharmacy. Like, how amazing is that for yourself and your family that is here, and just to have that familiar face? It's just reassuring to myself and perhaps making it a little bit more comfortable for you because you do know probably a lot of people around already.
Yep, it does help, and I appreciate you saying that it helps too. Yeah, I mean, I think the move back was really nice. Yeah, not only for me because I grew up here. My grew up in Hartney and then moved here. My dad grew up here too, right? So,
Yeah.
and also then having working full time and raising two kids
Yes, yeah.
with my wife and I, our families being close by, it just really made a lot of sense and helps a lot. And it's a wonderful community.
Yeah.
So we
Oh,
could
well, I
be
appreciate
happier.
hearing that too. It's exciting to have these younger people in our community and raising their families here. So, anything else you could tell us about pharmacy or anything further about the award? If somebody had any questions about, wanting to get into pharmacy, is that something you could give a little bit of advice on? Could they stop and just have a chat with you at the pharmacy? Would that be okay?
Yeah, absolutely. If they want to come and just pick my brain a little bit about the profession or what it takes to get in. Like I said, the program has changed a little bit, the university program, since I was in it.
Right.
But I still have a little bit of knowledge there and can definitely help people understand what it's about and
Right.
what you can maybe expect if you were interested in becoming a pharmacist. I kind of mentioned to someone that if you're ever curious, just go talk to a pharmacist, your pharmacist,
Right.
about it, because I know when I was younger, like I didn't really bother to talk to my pharmacist too much. I'm pretty
Right.
sure my mom would have just picked up my inhalers and I didn't give it too much
That's
thought.
exactly what would happen.
But yeah, so many people might be like that, and if they're interested, just ask. If you have an interest in the sciences, it's a really good area, and it's being in healthcare, you get to help people all the time.
Right.
And what's nice about pharmacy too is you often are seeing people on their better days rather than some other professions where it's
Yes.
mostly their worst days potentially.
Yes.
Not saying you don't see some people on their better days, but yeah, we get to see people when they're
Yeah.
doing really well.
Yeah.
So that's
And that
always
must
kinda
make you
nice.
also just, feel the good, like you had a hand in helping them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Well, it's been a pleasure to have you here, Matt, and congratulations on that award. Source couldn't be prouder of their pharmacist.
No, thank you very much for having me, and thank you to the community as well, because I wouldn't be here without their support, and yeah, I'm just really happy to serve.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for being here, Matt. This has been Spotlight on Souris for Wednesday, May the 6th, 2026.